Hello everybody, welcome to the RC, well, E3 Lite RC Masters. Today on the channel we are doing a Hyper VS, my own personal track car. Got a few issues with it, just with the axle bar holders, which have cracked. So I've just fixed that, just with a bit of hot glue for now, till I get a replacement. But this is what we're currently at. So what I've done here, taken all the bolts off. Make sure you always Loctite all your nut bolts, because I'm missing two at the moment. I've got a replacement box for all these, so we're okay. See, there's a little bit of glue in there, but I'm going to drill into that because that's where one of the holes are. But yeah, this cost me what, $980 when I was done. So I upgraded the cog in the motor. I've also got a bigger battery, so I've got a 4S. Upgraded all the diff gears and the oils in the suspension system. That's all you need to get going on the big races with the petrol performance cars. Once this is done, I'll show you the end product of when I've finished putting the bolts together and putting the car together. And we'll see how that goes. Clean it up a little bit as well. See you in a second. Alright, now we're down to the maintenance part. Obviously, me getting halfway done the assembly, I forget the most important thing, and that's the front drive shaft. Because in these cars, you can't drive just on rear wheel drive. You have to have both together to make the wheels spin. These cars are different design compared to what you think, because this won't actually spin in here because this is another diff, right? And they lock together, and it hasn't got enough power to do the rear wheels.
You could, but it might not get far.
Oh no, you won't go far at all. Your maximum will probably be 5 centimeters. Just a basic shaft. Right. Good thing is we've got a drill, so it's less work.
I need to actually get one of the proper drills instead of like having, like, you know the drills I'm talking about, yeah?
Yeah, the little micro.
They're not as powerful as those ones.
Micro hobby drills.
Yes.
One that's magnetized.
It's not actually what we're looking for, but it might be something you're interested in.
What's that? Slot cars?
Yeah.
I've got slot cars.
A full kit, bro. We could build like an
ultimate track
around the fucking garage. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, we so should.
It's just a lot of work into it.
Oh, 160 for the lot.
Always make sure you clip in your servo linkage to your steering. That's important, otherwise you won't be going nowhere either. You go to drive, can't steer, crash the car. That's how it usually rolls. So what I'm doing now is just turning it over, because you've got bolts on the bottom, all different sizes. So we're going to just go bolt up what we can, and then add some extra bolts. That's a shell, isn't it?
No, I think it's the actual, no, it's the actual car. But it's massive. It's like the size of the skateboard.
Yeah, right, how much?
But apparently they sell over 1,000.
Apparently. So really about $100, yep.
Yeah.
With RC diffs, there's usually a certain sequence, but you torque them down in the same setting, you won't have an issue, as it is quite easy to deal with. which is another good thing because you don't want something that's
I found that in Punch Bowl, $130.
there. Yeah, that's the Tornado remotes. I've had one of them before actually, not that car, but the remotes. They're good remotes. It's just I'm not a mad fan of the Tornado brand. That's the one main reason a lot of them like to fail with the Tornado branding. Now, I recommend anybody that's doing anything to do with cars, get yourself a set of spare socket head screws.
Yes.
Especially when it comes to Allen keys. These are easy fold, king, no hassles whatsoever. You just got to remember to Loctite them once they're done. Which I'm not Loctiting these because this is just a testing. See if it's going to work okay. And then I'll continue with the rest of it. So now that's done, got to try and find something that will fit into here. So this is the hard part, as you won't be able to see, but what I'm doing here is trying to push the axle forward because this is a bent unit. So always make sure you use something that you can push in with to straighten up the chassis. This is just a quick fix for if you're just a regular track person with these, you're just a want to have fun type of person. This is not for racing. I can't actually get that. You might need to help me for a second, Ziggy. Can you put the camera down for a sec?
Oh, what you trying to do there?
This one here?
Yep.
In there. But I've got to get the thing lined up first.
Set the camera right there.
So if you want to do that, I'll get on the other side and put pressure in that plate. Can you see the hole?
No.
Oh fuck. That ain't gonna do it. That ain't gonna do it, I think.
Nope.
That's fine. So what I can do to help, because we don't have a bolt, it's quite simple. Put that bolt back in that pack. And that's just by putting a bit of hot glue straight down the guts of the bolt. Make it nice and flush, so it acts like a plug. Where's the hot glue gun at? Didn't put it in there. Here it is. I wouldn't recommend doing this to your racing, but this is a fun thing now, not a racing. I used to do it a fair bit.
It can be like an easy fix if you're out racing and you got no spares.
Yeah, but you always got to make sure you have spare parts, no matter what. Especially to do with the suspension.
It could be like, you can use it as a quick fix to get back out to try and win the race.
Well, not win.
Just
They do it on time, so they don't. It's not who comes first, second, or third. It's the quickest time around the track each lap. Yeah. So, Ziggy, what do you think? What this channel's about? so we can tell the viewers when they eventually have a look.
Sum it all up. RC.
Well,
From
go more detail into that, of course.
building, repairs, product review, testing, what else was it? Fucking.
We'll obviously do videos, and also we'll be selling the stuff that we do fix.
Yep.
We'll be opening up a Patreon page later in the future, so we can get that rolling. But if anyone wants to get rid of the old pre-loved toys, either for nothing or small costs that are missing parts, or you just don't use them anymore, please hit us up on Facebook.
Shoot us an email or hit us up on Facebook. We'll put the links.
We're happy to pay postage as well if they're free and you don't want to get the COVID, especially in the time of COVID.
Yes.
We'll pay for
We'll
postage.
be willing to travel not
After COVID?
too far.
Well,
Not too far.
what's your definition of far? Because mine's completely different to yours.
Well, if it's free, I'd say up to an hour and a half.
You know, half drive between Sydney and Canberra.
Yes.
That's our main area. But if you have Western Australia and stuff like that, different areas, and you just want to piss them off, put them in a box, we'll pay for your postage.
We'll pay for postage.
We'll ship them off, and
if the parts or the cars are in like reasonable,
working order.
decent condition, we will pay.
Yeah, of course. Like, if you want
For
a
that
bit of
product.
money for them, we'll sort
Providing
that out.
it's not through the roof. Like, I've just been scrolling through
Gumtree.
Gumtree, Facebook, and I'm now on
eBay.
eBay, and
eBay's where all new stuff are.
people have selling second-hand ones that have been absolutely thrashed, and they've been putting top dollar on them.
Because they don't really lose value either, unless they're completely USA'd.
Well, there's one that was willing to sell one without the receiver and the controller,
Most of them do come like that.
but he was asking for an extra $100 for both.
Yeah, that happens because you can have receivers that you can get a radio that costs more than a car. So this is $700 when
I don't know, I just found one.
brand new.
I just found a Jeep. It's
You want to hit cut on that too? Go to the next segment.
on this.
For watching today's video. I will see you in the next one.